And we're back. The first term finals were known as the unluckiest of all the regular tests. In the summer, there were many national tournaments of both sports and cultural clubs, and the preliminary rounds for these were often held during the test and pre-test weeks of the first school term. For graduating students, these tournaments would be their last chance to participate in their clubs, so after they finished their midterms, many of them threw themselves headlong into their club activities, urging the junior members along with them. And so to me, it felt like out of all 5 major test periods in a school year, these tests were the most inconvenient. I wish I could get angry at the tests themselves. Classes had finished and we were on the way to our club. Asa suddenly mentioned what she'd noticed. Oh yeah, it's always like that this time of year. You think so? Do you like being busy better than taking it easy, Asa? Asa was a bit of a poet. No matter how small a thing was or how much others usually took it for granted, Asa was still able to give her honest and specific reaction to it. Every day must feel so fresh to her, perhaps it was because of her rich upbringing. How are you doing with your studies? Judging from her reaction, it wasn't going too badly. I'd asked the others as well, but fortunately it seemed as though the members of Soaring were keeping up with their studies. Well, as long as you're passing, who cares? Same with me, there's nothing wrong with that. It's true that having a genius for a twin sister might make one think differently about one's grades. Comparing oneself to someone like that would only invite frustration. Speaking of Yoru, how's she doing? She's going there before us? No. Yoru wasn't a club member and had never tried to become one, but she was going to a club ahead of us. Huh. Nothing. No, it's nothing. Huh? No, it's fine. Not at all. I'm happy you seem to feel comfortable around me. I actually had a lot more fun now that we could talk so easily, rather than before when she was trying harder to be polite. Obviously, I prefer someone to open up to me instead of feeling guarded around me. Let's see, why did I join the Soaring Club? There were a lot of reasons. Well, now that you mentioned it, this wasn't something I'd really talked about much with anyone, because it meant that I had to talk about the dream I'd given up on. Was it shame, regret? I think I was worried that I'd look bad if I explained the real reasons. But more than that, I still didn't feel that I'd moved on decidedly enough to really talk about the past. Let's talk about the dream I used to have. No. A long time ago, I used to ride a bike. Yep, I raced. I was a road racer. It was my hobby. Almost my reason for living. I used to love bikes. Literally everyone says that. Thanks. It had been a long time since I talked about road racing. But one day I got hurt, I couldn't continue. It was such an enormous loss to me. No warning or time to prepare, and I just suddenly lost my dream, my reason for living. Everything I had, it was taken from me. It was just so sudden. I suddenly lost everything I had in the world. It was partly the shock from that accident that brought me back here. So when I came back to Kazagawa, where I used to live a long time ago, I thought I'd start over fresh with a new school life. And just then I saw a glider circling through the air. It was Amane. I just happened to see her test flight. As it happens, that's also when I met Kotori. Yeah, it's almost like it's anime. It wasn't really that big of a deal, but I guess that's when I fell in love with the sky. Yeah, because you saw a glider fly once. Huh? Now that I noticed, my feelings about the glider just kept pouring out in words. At some point, I'd apparently come to care about it so much that I really did want to tell someone about it. And various other things happened after that. I met Amane at school and learned about the soaring club and joined the club. And that's how I decided I was gonna fly. Huh? Love, my new love. Maybe it is. If road racing was my first love, and the glider was my second one. I still don't really understand why I fell in love with the sky, though. Maybe it's because it's so big or so high. At any rate, I just knew I wanted to fly in it. Even if I couldn't race quickly, I could fly high. Maybe that's what I felt back then. That'd be nice. Thanks, Asa. Of course, she already helped us a lot just by joining the club when we really needed members. Why do you like the sky, Asa? As she spoke, Asa reached upwards and seemed to try to grab the sky. Admiration. Maybe her feelings are a bit like mine. Maybe she was in love too. Yeah, I think it'd be wonderful. Asa's smile sparkled like diamonds. It was just a coincidence that I had brought Asa to my dorm, and if she hadn't come there, she might not have joined the Soaring Club. But I feel like the fact that she did join was fate. So you feel busy? Her smile is so bright and so cute. Yeah, sorry, your head just seems made for stroking. No, it's just that you're so cute and your head just looked like it'd be nice to stroke and, well... I was just reacting naturally, but depending on who I did it to, it could be interpreted as sexual harassment. It might be okay with a Akihara Kotori, but I still hadn't known Asa for that long. What? Huh? A what? I don't know what that is. Hello. We greeted the others as we entered the dock. Huh? There was something really strange going on when we arrived. What?
どうしたのよ。入ってくるなり二人してポカーンって口開いて。
No, it's just Yoru's helping.
珍しいなと思いまして。
ああ、ちょっと二人じゃ手が足りなかったから少しだけ手伝ってほしいなって思って。葵くんたちが遅かったからさ、困ってたらだったら私が手伝いますって。
Huh. That really was unusual. Yoru offered to help of her own volition.
何よ。私が手伝ってたら悪いの。
No, it's not wrong. It's just surprising.
台風が来ると困るから私は断ったんだけど。
夜ちゃん、悪いものでも食べた？姉さん、私今すごく失礼なことを言われている気がする。
Whoops.
ごめんごめん。まあ確かに普段私が手伝ってないというのはそれはそうだし、おおむねこれからもそうするつもりだけど、お二人さんが帰ってきたなら私はもういいわね。試験前の勉強に戻るわ。
Alright, thanks, Yoru.
あー、無駄な時間を過ごしてしまった。もったいなかったな。
And with that, Yoru sat down her usual step, took her book out of her bag, and started studying.
嫌味を言わなければもう少し感謝してやれるんだけどね。
あれは照れてるんですよ。
Really?
夜ちゃんはいやいや手伝うなんてことしませんし、嫌なことは絶対にやらない主義ですから。
まあでも夜ちゃんのおかげで助かったかな。思ったよりも作業進んだし。ほんと最近順調すぎて不安になるほどよね。
Everything really was moving along well, so well that I was starting to wonder what the catch was.
そうだ、部活は順調に進んでるし、テスト終わって一息ついたらあそこ行こうよ。あそこ。あそこ？夏といえば海、海といえばスイミング。そう、泳ぎに。
Ah, I see.
海は遠くないですか？
No, it's not the sea, but there's a place we can swim that's much closer.
そんな場所私は聞いたことないけど。
地元民も知らない穴場のスポットだからね。今度教えてあげるよ。
It really was a secret spot. Even now, I almost never see anyone there but ourselves. Almost never see anyone there. That implies that you have seen other people there. We can finish laminating the main wings by then. That'll be perfect. We'll have to wait for the resin to harden after that anyway.
そうね。じゃあ早く頑張ってそこまで仕上げて、テストが終わったらすぐ行けるようにしましょう。
お、盛り上がってるなお前ら。
Anchan, a rare visitor showed up.
あれ、今日はどうしてここに？
頼まれてた資材を届けに来たんだよ。取りに来てもらってもよかったんだけど、お前たちの新しい活動場所ってやつを見てみたかったからな。
なるほど。でもこの場所よくわかったね。
それは俺が教えたからだよ。
Oh, Masatsugu, what are you doing here?
帰ってたらあんちゃんと偶然出会ってさ、それでここに来たいから案内してくれって。
私もいるわよ、水瀬くん。
Even Akali was there. And what brings you here, Akali?
帰ってたら田崎くんに追いかけられてね。その時五十嵐さんに会って普段の通りよ。ま、生徒会としてもソアリング部の活動場所は視察しておきたかったし、ちょうどいいかなと思って。
So now they're not just calling it soaring, they're just calling it Soaring Club, but not the Soaring Club, just Soaring Club, like... Okay. I see. So that's why we suddenly had so many guests?
ところで、学生の本分は勉強よ。部活をやるなとまでは言わないけど、きちんと勉強はしてくださいね。
I'll keep that in mind.
ま、何はともあれ、平和に活動しているのが見られれば、私はそれでいいわけだけど。
Kari looked at Asa.
そういえば正式に挨拶するのは初めてですね。雲井あかり、生徒会長です。はじめまして、風と朝1年生です。そう緊張しないで。確か理事長のお孫さんだったわね。よろしくお願いします。はい、よろしくお願いします。で、あっちは
Kari looked over towards Yoru and greeted her.
雲井あかりです。よろしく。
風と夜。部員じゃないけど成り行きでここにいます。よろしくお願いします。
She responded to Akari in her usual none too friendly manner.
おいおい、両方ともレベル高いじゃないか。どうなってんだよ。
What's up with what?
どうして俺に教えてくれないんだよ。
What was I supposed to tell you? If Akari hears you saying stuff like that, it's not my fault, you know?
そうだった。あかりさんには黙っておいてくれ。
聞こえてるわよ、田崎くん。
Kari slid up to Mabo with a demonically fierce expression.
違うんだ、あかりさん。今のは違うんです。
じゃあ私は用が済んだので行くわね。あんまり遅くならないようにお願いします。
会長さんも頑張ってね。
Yesum? Okay.
またね、あかりさん。
待ってください、あかりさん。
Mabo and Akari left the dock.
騒がしい人たちですね。
I think Mabo's the only noisy one.
あかりさんってちょっと怖いですよね。話すのに緊張します。
Yeah, I totally understand. Kari could be pretty overbearing. That's probably why she was so good and had an important leadership job like student council president.
そういえば今日は天音はいないのか？
I'm not sure if she's coming today. Amane tends to come and go as she pleases.
そっか。まあ部員ってわけでもないし、あいつはあいつで忙しそうだしな。でもそっか。
どうしたの、あんちゃん。
いや、なんだか不思議な気分だったからさ。あいつがいなくてもソアリング部が存在してるのが後輩まで増えてね。
風と朝です。
知ってるよ、聞いてたから。五十嵐達也です。よろしくお願いします。
They kind of forgot a letter right there.
よろしくお願いします。
こっちの子は少し天音に似てるね。
Really?
頭良さそうな空気してる。
Nanchan could apparently sense that.
五十嵐達也です。よろしく。
Here we go, now it's spelled right.
風と夜です。部員じゃないですが、よろしくお願いします。
But no matter who she's talking to, Yoru is always like this at first.
んじゃ、俺もそろそろおいとまするかな。
お茶くらい飲んでいきませんか？出しますよ。
いや、いいよ。俺も暇ってわけではないしね。
And with that, Anchan headed for the exit.
お前は次の世代につながるか。いいね。青春だね。
Leaving those words behind, he left the dock.
なんだか大人な人でしたね。頼りがいがありそうな。
Yeah, he is. He always listens to me and lets me discuss my problems with him. I also thought of Anchan as quite an adult.
何が青春よ。バカらしい。
Well then, Anchan and the others have all left, so let's get back to work.
頑張って部活進めないとね。
頑張りましょう。
Alright, let's call it a day. We reached a good stopping point, so I called out to everyone.
了解。じゃあ片付ける準備するわね。
皆さん、本日もお疲れ様でした。やっぱ朝ちゃんに言われると癒されるわ。 可愛い女の子のお疲れ様は違うの。
What are you, an old man?
でも本当に朝ちゃんがいると場が和んでいいと思わない？ほら、癒し系キャラっていなかったし。
You've got a point. Neither you or Kotli is very comforting.
なんすか？
It was one thing for Kotli, but Agaya shouldn't be getting angry when she brought it up herself.
そうだ、今日アンちゃんさんに来てもらったばかりなのにまた足りない。調べて
Whoops.
発注に出さなきゃいけないんだけど。
だったら私が明日以降に調べてまとめておきますよ。五十嵐さんにお願いしてきます。うん、じゃあお願いね、朝ちゃん。はい。
We all started heading home together, although Agaya would be leaving along the way. Let's see, I had to go home, get dinner ready, and then study. Just as Ozza said, we'd all been really busy lately. With the club and studying. There was a lot of work to do.
それでさ、私はそうは思わないかな。そうですか？
Recently, Ozza had started interacting with the others more. Their ages may be different, but they were still all girls. She spoke louder with them than she did with me and seemed more excited. I guess some things are different than when it's just girls talking together. Happened to glance back and saw Yoru walking a bit apart from the others, slightly behind us. Unlike Ozza, she still hadn't seemed to open up to the others at all. She didn't even seem to want to. I walked over to Yoru and talked to her. Thanks for today. For helping out until Ozza and I got there. It really had been surprising to see Yoru helping out today. Even though she seemed to be opening up to me in her own way, just a little, I never thought she'd actually go out of her way to help us.
ちょっと気が向いただけです。あまり深い意味はありませんから、勘違いしないでくださいね。
I'm not reading anything into it, I'm just happy.
だったらいいんですけど。
I was plenty happy just the fact that Yoru had helped us at all, despite seeming like she wouldn't.
放ってはおけないじゃないですか。姉さんにとって大事な場所は、私にとっても大事な場所なんです。だから、少しくらいなら手伝いますよ。そこまで考えれば、手伝うことは無駄ではないです。
You really like Ozza, don't you?
好きというか、尊敬してるんですよ。
Respect?
私にないものを持ってますから。
That was an unexpected thing for her to say. I knew that Yoru liked Ozza, but it seemed strange for her to use the word respect. Yoru seemed to be more skilled than Ozza in a number of ways. And she also seemed to look down on a lot of people, or at least she didn't seem to respect many. I just found it odd that she used the word respect at all.
何ですか？私、不思議なことを言いましたか？
No, nothing, sorry. It would be rude to ask Ozza to say that out loud, and in fact it might have been rude to even think about it, so I didn't feel the need to say it out loud.
まあいいで
Whoops.
すけど。とにかく、私は姉さんを尊敬してるんです。
You're good sisters to each other.
褒めても何も出ないですよ。
No, I wasn't expecting a reward.
どうでしょう。姉さんにも油断して、葵さんに口説かれないよう注意しときます。
What do you mean? You seem to think that I'd been trying to seduce her just now.
べーった。
You stuck out her tongue at me and ran off towards the dorm.
なんだ、振られたか？元気だしな。
No, that's not it, but...
まあ、生きてればいいことあるわよ。
No, I told you that's not it.
葵先輩って人と仲良くなるのがうまいですよね。
Huh?
夜ちゃんも葵先輩に結構懐いてますから。珍しい。
She thinks well of me? That's what that meant?
いろんなこと話してくれるってそれだけで仲良しな証拠ですよ。しかも夜ちゃんみたいなタイプだと余計に。
I wonder, is that really true? Sure looked like she just hated me.
なに葵くんがモテるって話？
たく、部活で恋愛トラブルかまして廃部なんてやめてよ。
I'm not gonna. Yes, he is. He's going to. Finally, the test finished and we got a vacation. Thanks to the equipment at the dock, we'd become much more efficient and our glider project was doing even better than we'd hoped. We were even a little ahead of schedule, and after the test we were able to concentrate our energy on the construction, so we got even further ahead. It was all smooth sailing. Yesterday we finished laminating the main wings, and just as we discussed, we had some time to wait for the resin to harden. And so today, it was time to go to the lake as we'd promised.
こんないい場所が本当にあったんですね。綺麗。
Asa and Yoru were surprised to see Ikea's special lake. It was the secret base where we'd played as children, and where we came to make memories last year as well.
私たちが子供の頃に偶然見つけた自慢の穴場スポットだよ。
私も去年見た時は驚いたわね。こんなとこあったんだって。
Almost every person we brought here had the same reaction. I guess it was just that good of a place.
あれ、でも今日泳ぎに来たんですよね。
あっちに人に見えないくぼみがあるから。
外で着替えるんですか？
うん、大丈夫だよ。周りから見えないから。
Asa looked startled. And like us wild kids, Asa had grown up in a sheltered home. She wouldn't be used to crude things like changing outside.
それはさすがに恥ずかしいような。
You should have just worn it under your clothes.
大丈夫だって。いつも私たちあそこで着替えてるし、葵ならこっちに来ないようにハットに見張らせとくから。わが
だったら、私はパス。おっと、逃がさないわよ、風と妹。どいてください、ハバネ先輩。私は今日泳ぎませんから。ここまでついてきてしまった自分の不運を呪うことね。私は部員じゃないんですから、強制する権利なんてないでしょ。
Well, just as she said, Kukli had no right to make Yoru swim.
ヨルちゃん泳がないの？だって外で着替えなきゃいけないんでしょ。野蛮で嫌だなーって。でもせっかく泳ぎに来たんだし、きっと楽しいよ。ヨルちゃんも泳ごうよ。わかったわ、姉さん。そうね、せっかくだものね。授業以外で姉さんと泳ぐことなんてほとんどないし。私はそっちの方が嬉しい。
In the end, it looked like Yoru would be swimming too. That made me happy too, since they were both pleasing to the eye. Okay. Let's go, Asa.
せーの、飛べー。
Asa flew through the sky along with a drawn-out scream. A few seconds later, splash. She and her scream disappeared together in the middle of a smallish rippling splash.
おー、結構飛んだわね。
That might be a new record.
怖かったです。よくやったわ、朝。これであんたは名実ともにソアリング部員よ。これ一体何の意味があるんですか？
度胸試し？
Nah, it's practice to learn what it feels like to fly. After changing to our swimsuits, we enjoyed swimming in the lake, but only after soaring. Okay, we're back to calling it that. After the soaring club's traditional rite of passage. Just as a lion, king of the jungle, pushes its cubs into a valley, we sent our junior members from a high rock down into the lake. Called it the submerging ceremony.
ヨルちゃんも飛んどく？
遠慮します。私ソアリング部じゃないですし。じゃあ今からソアリング部ってことで。は？なんで私がソアリング部にって鳥先輩、私を突き落としたいだけでしょ。もしかしておじけづいたのかしら。多彩な風と妹でも怖いものは存在すると。鳥先輩、ひょっとして挑発してるつもりですか？あら、私は挑発してるつもりなんてないわよ。ただ風と妹に臆病者のレッテルを貼るのが楽しみなだけ。わかりましたよ。飛び込めばいいんでしょ。飛び込めば。
Yoru put a float ring around herself and then, not waiting for anyone to help, jumped right in. Not joining your call.
私の勝ちね。
No, I'd say you lost. When she was trying to accomplish... What was she trying to accomplish anyway? Yoru was younger than her.
でも天音先輩にも来てほしかったわよね。せっかく可愛い後輩までいるわけだし。
仕方ないわよ。大人は時間と戦う生き物だとか自慢しちゃってたし。
Well, she did want to come though. Next time our schedules allow for it, we can all come together.
ただいま戻りました。飛んできましたよ、鳥先輩。
Alice and Yoru came back together. Good job, you two. How was it?
なかなかのスリルでした。思ったよりも気持ちよかったかも。
Seemed that both of them had enjoyed the experience.
何はともあれ、二人ともこれで真の意味でソアリング部の一員となれたわけだね。
私は入部してませんからね。
細かいことは気にすんなって。じゃあこれからどうする？
ビーチボールならあるけど。
Beachy ball. Well then, let's play beach volleyball, or would you rather swim?
私はちょっと泳いできたのでどっちでもいいです。私もどっちでもいいですよ。
じゃあビーチバレーってことで。
We finally decide to all play beach volleyball together.
朝行くよ。それ。
Kotori's gonna play? How the hell is that gonna work? She's on sand. A little unsteady on her feet in the sand. Kotori started us off unsteady on her feet. I don't think that's supposed to mean. I don't think that was supposed to say that.
よっと。はい、アゲハ先輩。
Asa just managed to get the ball and send it over to a game.
おらい。じゃあ青い。
Alright, got it here. Got it here, Yoru. The ball had moved along nicely among the rest of us, so I directed it at Yoru.
はい。じゃあ鳥先輩。
Without any hesitation, Yoru sent it on to Kotori.
誰が鳥を。はい、朝。ボールがずれちゃった。大丈夫よ姉さん。変な方向に飛ばしても私がカバーするから。
Yoru ran over to meet the ball's trajectory and skillfully sent it on its way. Apparently Yoru was good at sports too. Those two sisters made a good combination, did they? What was that? Hum? Okay. I felt like I heard a strange sound or something.
ねえ、何か聞こえません？
あ、何が？
Yoru caught the ball out of the air and held it, stopping the game. The grass moved.
そこ。
Yoru smashed the ball into the grass, flew right on target and hit the grass with a lot of power behind it. A voice, someone's there.
小鳥ちょっと待ってて。捕まえるわよ、青い。
Yep. The two of us sprung towards the sound in the grass, and there we found Mabo.
なんであんたまでここにいるの？
いや、
For some reason, Mabo was there, and in his hand,
ビデオカメラ？
それってもしかして。
いや、これはその。
隠し撮りかしら。
そのソアリング部が今日ここに泳ぎに来るって話を入手して、だから可愛らしい皆様の勇姿をカメラに収めようかなとか。
スマッシャー！
violence.
大体その情報はどっから入手したのよ。
あかりさんがハバネに聞いたって。
私？ああ、そっか。ドックも離れての校外活動になるから一応報告しておいたのよね。
How is this a club activity? It's just some friends like going to the swim place. Like, what does that have to? How is that a club activity? I see. So that's how we knew. So that meant that the weird sound I just barely heard yesterday earlier was the video camera.
つまりエロ目的で私たちを盗撮していたと。私たちの水着を撮影なんて。
アゲハになんて興味ないよ。俺が興味あるのは風戸姉妹で。
スマッシュ
暴力反対。
There we go. Now it's not spelled of violence. Another of Ageha's smashes hits home. The ball crashed against Mabo and bounced off. For now, just take that film out. I'm confiscating it, okay?
フィルムじゃなくてメモリーカードだけど。
Whatever, give it to me. I'll erase the data.
いいじゃんか、水着くらい。遊んでるとこくらい。
ダメ。水着でも嫌なものは嫌なんだから。
Despite his tears, Mabo took the memory card out of his video camera and handed it over.
さてじゃあどうしてくれようかしら。
カニや出来心やったんや。データも差し出したから許してください。
どうしたもんかな、麻婆の処罰は。
そういえば貼り付けって昔流行ってましたよね。人にそれいいわね。
許してくれ。
あかりさんに言うわよ。
With a bright expression, okay.
ずるい。
Poor Mabo. But it was his crime and his punishment. Fair's fair.
大丈夫ですか？ボールぶつけるなんて。
Well, it's just a beach ball, so it shouldn't really hurt at all. It should be fine.
あ、そうですね。
Even Mabo, despite his pleas for forgiveness, didn't look too serious about it. Probably only decided to do such a weird thing in the first place because...
麻婆って昔から寂しがり屋だよね。しかも素直にそれ言わないし。
I wonder why he's always been like that.
ツンデレだよね。
Yep, tsundere. At any rate, it probably wasn't really because he wanted that secret tape. Probably.
じゃあ行くわよ、田崎くん。
ハバネ、手加減してくれ。
問答無用。チェ
くせ。
Was that a giggle sound effect? That didn't sound like a giggle. What is it, Aza?
いえ、とてもいいものが見れたので。
Alrighty, well, that's all for this part. There's still no CGs at all in this round. Awesome. Alright, well, boy, thank you for watching, and goodbye.